इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन की कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas. 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, one and all. Thank you so much for joining us today on yet another exciting episode of Sunday Special. Today, we are welcoming you to the 90th edition of Business Opportunity with Chai series. Franchise India, the brand which enjoys 22 years of legacy. We cater to different industries and categories like F&B, education, service, retail, and we are helping all the international national brands to expand their wings through all our potential business buyers and with our offices. Today, the brand of the day is Tea Kettle, India's first original high tea cafe chain. The model is inspired by British culture. Established in 2016, they have strong presence in South Market. And today, we are welcoming co-founder of Tea Kettle, Mr. Raja Shekhar, who was the banker, now converted into entrepreneur. And his vision is to provide quality and healthy tea and snacks at an affordable price. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. We welcome, along with you, we welcome our panel member also to take this further. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Archana. Thanks for a wonderful introduction to our business. Let me also take this opportunity of thanking Mr. Gaurava Maria and Sonia for giving us this opportunity to give you a quick peek into our business, about what we are and how we have started our journey and where we are heading towards. As Archana has already shared a little bit of our background to you, it's all started in 2016, though the seeds of this journey have put in place a couple of years earlier than that. Me and my partner, a good friend and a colleague of almost 15 years, Sudhir. So we both Tea Kettle in 2016 under the company name Suraj Initiatives. Suraj actually is an acronym. Su and Raj, we actually call it Suraj, Sudhir and Raj. So we started off in 2016, as I told you, but the initiation of this business actually started much earlier. During our banking days, we were well placed with a good take-home pay and good facilities, chauffeur-driven, and a lot of other amenities which go with which goes with the position. We started thinking that we are kind of not really moving, in the sense that career-wise, yes, it's all happening, it's going good, but we wanted to really do something more than what we are currently doing. We also had this passion. We both, being foodies, we wanted to do something different. Kuch hatke karenge. This was a thought, and it's also our experience during our that we used to attend quite a good number of meetings, and these meetings generally go with eatings as well. So high tea was a thing which was just for namesake. Whenever there used to be meeting, there used to be some oily stuff like a samosa or some insipid chai used to be served in the name of high tea. So that's when this thought crept in our mind that why don't we just look at high tea as a space, as an opportunity, as a business. And we further, we've done a lot of brainstorming. We delved into the subject. We tried to understand as to how a market is poised with respect to high tea. And we also tried to understand if there are any players in that space, high tea space in the market. And we found that there are none. So it started off with that idea. And we did a little bit of research ourselves and then found that, there is definitely huge scope in this. There's no structured high tea player in the market. So we thought, okay, let's try and, create a niche for ourselves in this space. And that's exactly how Tea Kettle took shape. Initially, because we were bankers, we were career bankers, we know anything about food, though we liked eating good food, enjoyed food. Other than the passion part of it, to start something on our own, being, trying our hand at entrepreneurship, we didn't have any idea as to how food industry is going to be, what it takes, and what's the entire, matter is all about. So we started from the scratch. We started off first understanding as to, how to make as simple as a cup of chai. So it started off with that. Then slowly we've built a good team. We had this opportunity of getting some good hands-on chefs into our team. We did a lot of R&D. The initial year and a half actually has gone into thorough R&D with respect to what is tea, what is high tea, and what is that we can serve under this banner of high tea. We did a lot of food trials. In a way, we have unlearned banking and learned food and baking and chai making and stuff like that. And our first test with respect to testing the waters with respect to our business model and our products is, trying to get ourselves getting the first order. And we had none but our parent company to turn towards, and our earlier bank and its management were kind enough to give us a try, and it worked beautifully. So it started off with one bank, and then we have moved on to a lot of banks. We have who's who in the banking industry who are our clients. We do regular high tea events for Axis Bank, HDFC, Indian Bank, SBI, Andhra Bank. So quite a good number of banks. And later we just moved ahead and cracked Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India has been a really big ticket acquisition for us, because it opened up a lot more spaces, a lot more companies, a lot more clients for us. Then automatically, the moment we had this RBI client in our list, We had many other banks also open to try us and taste us. And then slowly we moved into institutional business. We have done a lot of high tea orders for Indian Oil Corporation, CCMB, a lot of institutions like IFTAS, IDRBT, and then we moved on to IT and ITA segment. Some of our clients that we boast about is Salesforce, Infosys, HCL, Hexagon, Verizon, so quite a good number of names. We have also tied up with quite a good number of private event managers. We have had the privilege of serving high tea to top-notch and high-profile events where Mr. KTR, who is the current Minister of IT of Telangana government, he presided over a couple of meetings, and we had the privilege of serving high tea for them. We did high tea for one event where our ex-chief minister and ex-governor of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Rosha, was the chief guest. This was a private event though. And we also reached out to quite a good number of high-profile weddings where we did a lot of high tea. So, and in the process, we also tied up with certain facility management companies who are into managing cafeterias in corporate companies. Incidentally, we have 3 corporate outlets, and then slowly people began, coming forward and asking us as to your products are good. We like the quality. We like the way you present things. In case we want to have something for ourselves and for our family or any close friends and all, you don't have any retail space where we can walk in and then buy across the counter kind of facility is not there as of now. So that actually kind of prompted us into thinking about, maybe it's time for us to look at expanding our footprint on the retail side. Corporate is there, that's an ongoing thing. So we thought, okay, let's try and, our opportunities with respect to the retail space. And that is exactly how we have started off with our Tea Kettle Cafe model. We have currently 3 company-owned and company-operated outlets in Hyderabad, and they are running successfully well. It's been about almost about close to 2 years that we have been running these outlets, and we have kind of achieved a reasonable amount of success. And while we were running these outlets, a good number of people, friends and others, acquaintances, they came about asking us for, taking up franchise outlets for themselves. So that's exactly where we started off, thinking about franchising. And we actually took time to understand the entire gamut of this, and then understand exactly how things need to be done, how things need to be put in place with respect to our processes. Our products anyway are there. Our strength is our products. And we also wanted to understand as to how to make it successful as an industry or as a franchisor, how we can help out a franchisee, a prospective franchisee, and to ensure that the franchisee is successful. So we took time to understand the entire product cycle, the business cycle, and then we felt that now we are ready to go ahead for franchising. And thanks to Franchise India in helping us out. While we were looking at the cafe model, with the current situation on the ground with respect to the pandemic, we understand that there are certain restrictions with respect to social distancing and stuff like that. So that is when we felt that we should try to look at a smaller version, a kiosk kind of a format of our existing business, where we can reduce the menu that we have, an elaborate menu under Tea Kettle, reduce it, make it very succinct, very concise one, and also make it in such a way that anybody who would like to take a franchisee can manage it without much of a hassle, and in order to make it very easy and a facile kind of a thing without any kind of a complication, we developed a proper formulations. We have systematized everything. We have all our processes and products in place. We also give product support, ongoing product support.
Shikhar ji, you're
We
muted.
also made it we have actually made it very clear, very simple, and to make the franchise day-to-day operations very easy, so that it can kind of make it easy for anybody to run the business and make it a successful one. So just to take you through the the final points of our am I audible? Hello.
Echoing. Your voice is echoing.
Okay. I'm sorry, but is it okay now?
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So it all to just give you a brief about our brand, as I already told you, we started off in 2016 in Hyderabad, and Tea Kettle is a very well known name in the corporate circles now, and we have gotten a good measure of success in our retail space as well in Hyderabad. Now we are looking towards expanding our footprint pan-India. And as I was telling you, Chai EJ is a brand that we had actually developed for a shorter QSR format. The reason why we went ahead for a new brand, Chai EJ, is later when we have multiple formats. We have 3 formats to be precise. One is a kiosk, which we named it as Chai EJ. The cafe format is Tea Kettle, and we also have lounge format ready to launch, but we have put it on hold for the moment because we wanted to establish ourselves in these 2 formats and then take a lounge at a later date. By the strength of our R&D and our product, we have the wherewithal with respect to handling all the 3 formats. And as I was telling you, Chai EJ is a smaller version with a concise, with a little smaller menu. The offering, of course, is as quality as that of Tea Kettle. The best part is USP, you can say, is we use the best class ingredients, which results in a good quality of the end product, and don't use any of these natural preservatives and colors and all. So as a result of it, the product that we offer to the customer is of high quality, healthy, and our processes are finely tuned, offer under very hygienic conditions, and the taste definitely goes with it. When you have the input is great, obviously the output would also be good. So this is so this is in brief about what we are and how we've started. And as I was telling you, our strength is in our R&D. We have products in our kitty already, and we also keep inventing. We also keep coming up with new products, fine-tuning our existing ones, and also understanding the customer requirements and customer tastes, and accordingly we ensure that we come up with new products. And we, as a result of investment with respect to our R&D, we also different market segments as well. And we also look at expanding within the master franchisee format as well, not only just unit franchisee. We are looking towards having some good serious entrepreneurs who can be our partners in our growth story, to be our master franchisees. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, why franchising? Of course, I'm sure everybody would understand that it makes more sense to use the wheel rather than reinventing it. So we are here operating for almost about 5 years now. We understand the market dynamics. We understand the customer expectations. We have done extensive R&D. We have very good products in place. And we also know as to what are the processes that we need to follow in order to make it a very profitable proposition. So it makes sense for anybody who would like to invest, whether it is a unit franchisee or a master franchisee, to partner with us, to use our expertise and our help and support to ensure that they also become profitable in the process. Can you have the next slide, please? Yeah, just to give you a brief about how it works. A unit franchisee is expected to look up for a space, particularly I'm talking with respect to Chai Lijay. Chai Lijay is, as I told you, is a QSR format. So it's going to be a very small format in which there is no requirement with respect to having a huge space. In turn, spending a lot of money for years and for the lease deposits and stuff like that. So what we are looking towards is having a small space of 100 SFT. So the franchisee needs to take up a space for 100 SFT and employ 2 people. The best range is between 5 to 6 lakhs. This is a range that we have proposed because it kind of can vary from if there is a small variation with respect to the size of the outlet and stuff like that. So what we offer in this 5 lakhs thing is we offer the entire interiors, the equipment, the branding, signages, CCTVs, the software part, then initial startup kit, which would have the franchise operations manual, will have a certain amount of initial stock and uniforms and stuff like that. So this includes all of these. So the franchisee need not have to run around looking for this and that. The entire things, entire aspects of running a franchise outlet will be taken care of us. They just need to, have 2 guys in place. We will be training them. And we have also, as I told you, we have made this process so simple that anybody can operate an outlet, because we have standardized our recipes and we have made it into a small packs kind of a thing. Let us say in case a person needs to make a liter of chai to begin with, then we have worked out precisely as to how much amount of tea powder it requires, how much sugar, how much any other things that that are required, like if it is a adrak wali chai or a masala chai, or we have lots of varieties of chais in our menu. So we have standardized each and every menu item in such a way that it becomes so easy, so facile for anybody to just follow the instructions, which are very simple. We will be, of course, training them, and we'll also be guiding them as and when they kind of end up in any confusion in case. And as I told you, the products also, like we will be giving the product support with respect to ongoing product support with respect to the ingredients, and with that we procure from a person who actually supplies from Assam to Hyderabad market. So we are directly in touch with the guy who owns tea gardens in Assam. So we got a special blend made by him because we tested quite a good number of blends, a good number of varieties of chai, and we have zeroed in on with one particular blend, which actually goes very well with respect to the quality, with respect to the color, thickness of the lacquer, and the overall aroma and taste. So that is what the kind of specifics that we have gotten into with respect to getting the perfect cup of chai. And in order that it remains homogeneous, as I was telling you, we have worked out the formula and brought it down to a level of making it into individual packages. They just need to open the package and then use it to make a chai, a liter of chai or whatever. And there are a couple of other products also that we have in our menu. We have varieties of chais. We also have some immunity boosters. Nowadays, people have become quite wary about their health, beg your pardon, and they're taking all possible precautions to ensure that their immunity levels are up. So we have brought into picture a few immunity boosters. These are basically our grandma recipes, which help them in maintaining the status of immunity and health. And we also have a couple of cookies, which are again coming from our kitchen, from a central kitchen. And we have a couple of sandwiches which go with tea, go very well with tea. And there are people who would not like to have, let us say, tea is something as a national drink that we know. But there are people who prefer not having tea. So we have a couple of coffee varieties and a couple of milk like kesar milk, masala milk, and stuff like that. And we also have a few milkshakes for those people who would like to have something cold. So this is precisely what our menu with respect to chai liche. As far as tea kettle is concerned, our menu is quite elaborate. We have varieties of teas, varieties of cookies. We have our own recipes of cakes. These are basically tea cakes. They're not which are high on the sugar part. These are mildly sweet, which go very well with tea. Basically for tea, high tea. We have varieties of sandwiches, and we have lots of desserts. Like we have pies, we have donuts, we have tarts and stuff like that, which is very elaborate as far as tea kettle menu is concerned. Can we have the next slide, please? If you just look at what as an industry chai as a product offers is like, as you can see, this is close to about 5.5 or maybe inching towards a 6 lakh crore kind of a market in India. This is of course, and then we also know that middle class is now expanding. There is a lot of urbanization which is happening. Um, Youth are more empowered with respect to the spending power. So there are a lot of youth who actually frequent our, our cafes, and then they go about spending quite a good amount of money. And there are a lot of women also who are coming out and working. So they also are one of our key partners with respect to our client base. We also have good logistics in place, and we also would take care of the digital aspect, which is definitely the in thing now. The IT and IA, whatever is currently on. So we are there as far as all these aspects are concerned. Can you have the next slide, please? So our strategy, as I was mentioning a little while ago, to ensure that a franchisee becomes successful first. So we have made the model ready. We have done extensive research and gotten good products in place. The investment is also low, and we would be there supporting and holding the franchisee at every level, ensure that they become successful first. There's an ongoing support from our end with respect to the product, with respect to branding, with respect to digital media marketing, and we'll ensure that the franchisee would not have much of a problem with respect to running their individual outlets. And then we are looking at increasing our network across Pan India, and we look towards help from Franchise India in this endeavor. And with respect to with respect to the cash flows, we are looking at a 6 to 8 months break-even period. This is again, we have worked out on our existing models and our understanding and our experience. 6 to 8 months is a little bit on the high side to speak with, but on a conservative estimate, 6 to 8 months should be an enough time frame for anybody to break even. And post that, the income potential that each outlet has is 50,000 and above, post all the expenses. So we have worked out all the financial models, and they look really good. Can you have the next slide, please? Yeah, as I was mentioning, Tea Kettle Cafe is where we have a 350 SFT kind of an area that we're looking at. The investment is around 10 lakhs. The franchisee fee is about 2 lakhs, and an agreement period is 5, and revenue share with respect to royalty is 5%. Chai Lijay, as I was telling you, the area that needs to be very conducive for growth for the kind of format it is about 100 SFT. The investment ranges between 5 to 6 lakhs, and the franchise fee comes out to about 1.5. And in this investment, as I was telling you, we do entire end-to-end kind of a solution that we offer to the franchisee. The franchisee need not really worry about anything as such. We'll take care of all the interiors part of it, the branding, the equipment, the signage part, stuff like CCTV and all other things that go into making a franchisee up and running. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, to be a little more elaborate with respect to what our role is going to be in the franchise success story. We'll give the technical guidance with respect to setting up the franchisee from end to end. Operating guidance, we have worked out a very good operating manual, and there is a we also, with as I was telling you, the product support is what we offer on an ongoing basis. We have a central kitchen support, and we are also planning to go ahead and have individual kitchens, like central kitchens, on a hub and spoke kind of a model. As we go forward, as we grow our network across Pan India, we have identified a few locations where we would like to have our assistant kitchens, if not the main kitchen. Main kitchen being from Hyderabad. So we'll ensure that any franchise, master franchise who comes forward, then we'll through their support, we would like to have multiple kitchens across the locations Pan India, to ensure that we have this continuous support with respect to the product to the franchisees. And standardized, of course. Anyway, our products are all standardized, very well formatted. All the processes are in place. The products are fine-tuned, and we would also give complete online support. Also give them support for promotion on digital media, on social media platforms. When it comes to the franchisee responsibilities, they just need to go about, hiring a good location, a 100 SFT space with respect to Chiley Gym I'm talking about, and then have 2 guys in place, have all the basic, formalities with respect to leasing, and then the basic certification that required to open a franchise outlet, the government approvals and stuff like that, and continue to pay the taxes as applicable from time to time. Can we have the next slide, please? So we are looking for somebody who wants to really partner with us for success. We are looking for people who have that zeal, who have that entrepreneurial streak in them, to ensure that whatever they start works out. They give their best to ensure that they take their help, take our help and support, and ensure that they come out successful. We are currently, like, another reason why we wanted to really go for a smaller version like Chiley J as of now is we have seen there is a widespread distress in the market, given the current pandemic situation. People have lost their livelihoods, jobs, and then avenues to make money. So we want to really come in and then try and lend support from our side to ensure that a small enterprise with a low investment, with good potential for growth and good income potential, we wanted to offer this as a good opportunity for people who are looking for avenues for growth, avenues for making money. Can we have the next, please? Franchisees, of course, are free to come in with their ideas and suggestions, but we have laid out very well thorough, well thought processes in place. We have everything worked out and sorted. So in case within that parameters, in case somebody would like to come up with some ideas and suggestions, we are always welcome for it. And as I was telling you, it's a constant endeavor for us to innovate with respect to products, and we would also try and work out different methods to ensure that our franchises become more and more visible, both offline, online. We would definitely ensure that there is a proper communication from our end with respect to running the franchisee unit successful, and then ensure that there is proper transparency with respect to all the transactions between the franchisor and the franchisee. Can we have the next slide, please? how to franchise? Of course, you can contact Franchise India or us, and just show your expression of interest. We can, reach out to you and then ensure that we close the deal and then make it up and running as early as possible. Can we have the next slide, please? So we have all the legalities in place, all the agreements are in place, and they're thorough, and ensure that they're proper, transparency with respect to what we expect out of a franchisee and what franchisee can expect out of the brand. So these are all sought out and in place. Can we have the next slide, please? So you can get in touch with our key account manager, and we can, so that we can in touch with you, and then ensure that we make you understand as to what we are and what we stand for, and what it means to partner with us, and how to go about, making this a successful partnership. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, that's about it from me.
Thank you, Rajekar. It was quite elaborate, and I know you're reading from one screen and watching on the other screen, so it can be quite challenging at times, yeah, because all of us are struggling with these days technology and doing all that. So thank you very much for a presentation. Let's make it next maybe 20 odd minutes we have, and let's make it more interactive with our audience, because I think they need to get some answers and get some structure, especially a lot of people have joined in and a lot of questions are coming in. So let me start with one very strong question which comes to everybody's mind. And I'm more, when I'm talking, I'm representing more the investors here. I'm not in the capacity of Franchise India, because I feel that a lot of investors, I have to put myself into their shoes and ask questions from a perspective of what an investor would think through. First of all, things comes in that there are currently, in last 4 years, there are about I think 100 odd tea brands which have come in. These are very, very low cost brands, and there are some premium brands which are also available, like Chayos and Tea Point and Chai Point and places of like that. Chayos obviously went more in the cafe space, and everybody saw this whole tea. So it puts me in one question: why now? Why suddenly everybody wants to be interested in the chai story of India, where the whole spectrum is from a street hawker who sells at a 8-10 rupees kind of a tea, to a little more experiential, which goes to 150 to 200 rupees a cup. And there are different formats, different capabilities. And you also did an innovation there for this high tea kind of a concept, which I like, time with corporates, because corporates host these smaller high teas for their clients, their investors, their own board meetings, their senior management reviews. All that happens. That was interesting, very interesting concept, and we spoke about that. And I think very scalable, especially in the markets like Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Bombay, where there's a lot of corporates, and almost every corporate have to spend this. जिसे हम वो चाय नाश्ता हर दिन में 2 बार वो मंगवाते हैं, and they want hygiene, and somebody can handle that. And if you have some guest coming in, say you're holding a training or things like that, this becomes interesting. But give me a perspective. Why now everybody is getting into the tea space, and why everybody is there? And more importantly, let's answer that question: why you than anybody else? And that's very important, because where do you differentiate? And give me differentiation from 3 things. One, from a consumer viewpoint. Consumer is always about the price and the quality and the taste and so on and so forth. That's a consumer differentiation. Second is a business model differentiation. What is a business model structure? And third, your investor offering from a return, reward, and risk kind of a differentiation. So 2 questions really: why the tea as an industry, and second, where is your differentiation as a business model from a consumer, from a business model, and also from a investment viewpoint, which is on the return, risk, and reward. So this is my starting point to you.
Thanks for the question, Gaurav. I think it kind of helps me clear a lot of doubts and also make our perspective very clear. Going with respect to why now, well, I would say why not? If you see the retail chai market is close to about 2 lakh crores. And most of this in India, I'm talking about India, and most of this is in unorganized sector. If you talk about the chai bundis and then chai thelas and stuff like that. It's a good thing that a lot of chai brands.
When you say 2 lakh crore, I want to clarify that 2 lakh crore becomes tea retail business, which is also the tea which is sold and people buy for home also, everything entirely. So it's not the tea retail.
Exactly. Yes, and corrected.
So tea retail is currently at pegged about $2 billion. 15,000 crore की industry है जो चाय हम बाहर पीते हैं वो $2 billion की industry. Yeah.
That's right. I was talking with respect to the entire tea as such as a market. So if you go with that number as also, you see most of tea as such as a market is unorganized. With the advent of the chai story of India, with a lot of brands which have come out and then started organizing the market. That's how I think the way is going towards that's how the future is going to be. It's going to be more and more organized. That is number one. So as a result, all these existing chai bandis and all will definitely vanish for a period of time, and then we'll have more structured and organized players in place. So there is a lot of space. There's a lot of maneuverability with respect to the to that as a opportunity for many more chai brands to come, I'm sure. And as we all know, towards the end, the quality wins. The guy who actually offers, or the brand which actually offers good quality, good product, would definitely end up staying in the market. In the last 5 to 7 years, we have, I'm sure you would have seen a lot of chai brands which came up and then sunk also. They've just, kind of disappeared from the market. That is more because of the product. The kind of attention that the product requires. Most of the people think that, it's just like anything and then they can go about doing it. No, it is not so. Any product or any business for that matter, the mainstay is going to be the product. So we have achieved a certain amount of control with respect to the product that we offer. We have, as I was telling you, we have done quite a good amount of R&D ourselves, tried out with the different varieties of tea varieties, and then we have arrived at one good concoction which can run and which can cater and which can kind of satisfy a lot of taste buds across India. And as I was telling you, chai Lije is actually not afterthought kind of a thing. While we were very well happy with the corporate space that we have occupied with respect to the high tea, we also understand that corporate is not a be-all and-all kind of a thing. In order for us to have more mileage, is to reach out to the masses, to the retail end user. While corporate thing is a sustainable kind of a model, a sustainable kind of an income, because the client base is quite devoted, in case once we are associated with them and then they taste us and they like the product that we offer, the presentation that we offer, and we are kind of stuck for a long-term relationship. So that is a given thing. But in order that we become more visible as a brand and to make it into a sustainable model, like for instance, the current scenario, you know exactly like what is the current situation with respect to the corporate side. So while there could be an eventuality where there is a dip with respect to the corporate pie of the business, we can always compensate from the franchise or from the retail aspect of it. And retail segment is very scalable. We don't have to really confine ourselves to only metros and tier 1 cities. We can reach out to tier 2 cities and villages and a lot of highway outlets and all. So a lot of scope for growth in that space with respect to the retail. And we are very sure about our product and our processes, and we have made it so simple that anybody can just open a store and then make it up and running, and within 6 to 8 months it gets into a profitable mode. So we're very sure about it, and we want to ensure that we offer this as an opportunity to people and also make a good living out of that.
Sure. So what you're trying to say is, and if I have to summarize, is that obviously there is a huge conversion happening from unorganized to more organized player in the market. India has about 2 million tea stalls. These are tea stalls are unfragmented. 2 million हैं, 20 लाख से ज़्यादा हैं, और यहाँ पर ये 1200 करोड़ से 1500 करोड़ का टाटा का बिजनेस है, टाटा टी का, जो लोग जो ठेला वाले हैं उनको चाय देते हैं, ऐसे ही हिंदुस्तान लीवर उनको चाय देती है, ऐसे बहुत सारी कंपनीज बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस करते हैं इसके थ्रू. ये बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हो रहा है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल डोंट वांट टू हैव दिस अनहाइजीनिक वे ऑफ हैविंग टी. वाइल जो नई कंपनीज आ रही हैं मार्केट के अंदर, जितनी भी कंपनीज हैं, ये दे आर ऑफरिंग टी relatively aggressive pricing, and that would be my question to you. क्या आपकी pricing है? You have a menu which we can see and show it to our teams. Sonia, you can pull out the menu if you can. So ये बहुत बड़ी conversion है. So what राजशेखर ने कहा कि ये conversion जो है, अभी अगर ये जो सारे branded players भी हैं, अगर ये मिलके भी 50,000 स्टोर भी बनाते हैं इंडिया के अंदर, तब भी हम इंडिया के only 5% भी नहीं conversion कर पाएंगे. So it's a very large conversion market. 2 million टी स्टॉल्स हैं जिनको कन्वर्ट करने की अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है, और वो अपग्रेड होंगे, खुद भी अपग्रेड हो रहे हैं, बहुत लोगों ने अपग्रेड करनी है. Now that's one part he said. Second, I think the formulation as a product which they have created, they worked hard on this, which stands as differentiator. It is largely the blend you create is a very, very special blend we have done. Third, from a business model, what he said, he's made it very simple. And it's a kind of a, I should use the word called idiot proof. Franchising के अंदर idiot proof करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि आप बहुत जूनियर मैन पावर रखते हैं जिसके अंदर कोई स्पेशलाइजेशन नहीं होती है. तो अगर आप पोर्शंस डालें तो राइट प्रोडक्ट आपका निकल आता है. तो ये भी इन्होंने अचीव कर लिया. अपने स्टोर चलाए हैं, अपने स्टोर करके स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन अचीव कर ली है. नाउ दे आर रेडी टू गेट इनटू द मार्केट. राजशेखर, आई वुड हैव वन क्वेश्चन एंड देन आई पास इट ऑन टू सोनिया, कि आप दोबारा एक बार थोड़ा बिजनेस मॉडल के ऊपर, कई लोग क्वेश्चन अभी पूछ रहे हैं, कि 2-3 चीजें आपसे मैं जल्दी पूछूंगा. एक तो अपनी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है केपेक्स की कितनी जाती है, जो कैपिटल की इन्वेस्टमेंट है स्टोर बनाने में कितना पैसा लगता है?
Just I'll give you let me address the first question first with respect to the pricing part. Well, chai is something which is not a very glamorous product as such. It is a rosemary ki cheez hai. So a lot of people actually consume tea on a daily basis multiple times. So they would like to ensure, they would like to see that the pricing of the 1 cup of chai should not really pinch their pockets.
Yep.
So we have done that thought into, while pricing our product. We start the first starting variant of our tea is 10 rupees, price of 10 rupees, which is stands with any thela or any bandi for that matter. These days, even on a thela, chai which is very unhygienic with questionable kind of quality of ingredients that is made out of, sells at about 10 rupees. So we have actually ensured that the same price point is continued in our product as
इस
well.
रेंज से कहाँ से 10 रुपए से लेकर कब तक कितनी महंगी सबसे महंगी चाय कौन सी है?
So in chai lije aspect, from 10 rupees to 25 rupees. 25 rupees is a little bit like a kada ho gaya. Like traditional kada is also one of the things that we have. Then we have this is
तो
some
ये
of the menus.
आपका मेन्यू है इसमें
This is basically a tea kettle menu. Sonia, if you can just go to our chailije.com, you have menu on that. I'm not sure if the PPT has the menu.
ये इनका हाई टी का मेन्यू है.
Yeah, this is our high tea menu.
ये हाई टी का भी अगर आप फ्रेंचाइज करना चाहें तो कर सकते हैं. उसके अंदर
We can do that.
I think वो बहुत अच्छा elaborate मेन्यू है और ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग मेन्यू है फॉर अ हाई टी. और हाई टी बहुत बड़ी अनकैप्चर्ड मार्केट है तो इट्स लाइक अ केटरिंग. जब आप स्मॉल केटरिंग करते हैं स्नैक्स और उसकी, इसमें चॉइसेस ऑफ ड्रिंक्स हैं, चॉइसेस ऑफ स्नैक्स हैं, a lot of sandwiches, lot of samosas, savories, other structure and up ऊपर जाना. And then you have tarts and pies and mouse, and so all the bakery products are also there. Then there are a range of cookies is there. So it's a very interesting space. If you want to take a high tea kind of a franchise also, that also you can take, and you can also take a the retail model of there. And can we take a retail model for menu please quickly? So capex के ऊपर राजशेखर, क्योंकि हमारे पास
capex with respect to the capex, I was telling you Chai Lije as a format, it starts at 5 lakhs. No, it's around 5 to 6 lakhs. In that 1.5 is the franchise fee. The rest 3.5 goes into the interiors, the equipment, the branding, the signages, and the software, the hardware that we gave, the CCTV, and the entire thing, including an operating manual, a startup kit which has some of our stationery cups and all which come along with that.
So
and,
all the consumables, capex, equipment, and I think सब कुछ डाल के 5-5 लाख रुपए में आउटलेट खड़ा होता है. ये बहुत सस्ती फ्रेंचाइज अपॉर्चुनिटी है, तभी ये जल्दी 5 से 6 महीनों के अंदर अपना रिकवरी कर लेती है. 5 से 6, और आपको सारा का सारा सप्लाई चेन जो है वो कंपनी हैंडल करती है और आपको प्रोवाइड करती है. ये इनका चाय लीजिए का मेन्यू है, जिसमें से चाय वेराइटीज हैं, डिफरेंट चाय वेराइटीज हैं, जिसमें लार्ज कप में आप देखिए और राज और रेगुलर. तो and I think the regular is 15 rupees and a large is 15 rupees and 20 rupees, and regular is a 10 rupee and a 15 rupee. Then we have a special teas which are star tea, ajwain, cinnamon, mint, jaggery, and chai lo special. Chai lo special क्या होगा, इसमें क्या डलेगा?
Yeah, this is a special formulation of we have actually come up with a new formula ourselves, which is unique by itself. It has a lot of herbs in it. It's a milk-based chai.
And then they have
basically herbal chai.
I like it's a very clean menu, बहुत clutter नहीं है, बहुत अच्छा menu है. And then they have chai के साथ, this is one more about the healthier version of teas. And then we have milkshakes also available. And then
milkshakes.
Chai varieties which are Usmania cookies, which is anyway very popular for Hyderabad.
Yeah. And the best part is all our cookies, we don't use any trans fat in any of our products. So they're all healthy.
Sure. And they're all healthy, and healthy is also
because we use
having samosa is relatively healthy.
Yeah.
So I should say that it is a healthier form of samosa.
You can say that. Yes, you can say that.
Okay, Sonia, you want to take a few questions quickly because we have run out of time. And
yeah, we already touched one, Rajshekhar. So I'll take up some questions, which I'm seeing coming from a lot of our listeners who are there. One I'll like to maybe start off with, because you're currently running company and outlets in Hyderabad. What is the kind of anticipated revenue or sales one can expect out of the two formats that you currently run? One, and second, I want to pick up on the resources, training of the resources, how they are procured, and typical, if you can also talk about the unit economics, what kind of percentage would go to the salary cost, what percentage would go to the rental. If a little bit on that you can explain for the benefit of everybody who's listening.
Thank you, Sonia. See, we are looking at a very small space, that's 100 SFT for Child jail. So if you just look at the current rental scenario in Hyderabad, I'm just giving you an example of Hyderabad because you asked me a pointing question towards that. So the rent runs anywhere between 10 to 15,000. So that is a kind of an ongoing monthly rental expense that the franchisee needs to invest. And as I told you, we have standardized and stabilized all our products and our formulations, and the formula in which the chai or any other product that we offer is made. They just need to follow the instructions. We, of course, also give a week's training for the employees of the franchisee who man the counters. We don't require highly skilled or highly educated people to run the show. They just need to have a little bit of common sense who can just follow instructions. And then we have actually taken the salary between 10,000 to 12,000 kind of a thing per person on a month-on-month basis. What we have seen, the average kind of a business that we have seen is 10,000 per month. This is a revenue on a revenue basis. The sale that we have seen per day, 10,000 per day. So that works out to about 3 lakhs. And then if you just add up all the expenses, 15,000 and then about 20,000 for the employees, so 25, and then another 5,000. So just about 30,000 it comes up to with respect to the expenses part. And when you talk about the margins, tea as such has the margin starts from 100%. I mean the profitability part. If there are products like milkshakes and all, the profitability is much higher. It even runs up to 300, 400 kind of a person. So if you just average, look at that 3 lakh kind of a revenue that we make on a month-on-month basis. So even if you give a big discounting factor and then get a number of 1.5 lakhs as a I'm talking about, these are the numbers that we currently have on board.
Sure.
So 1.5 lakh, if you just look at netting all the expenses, that's a good number to go with. So even if there is a kind of a drop initially till the store picks up the amount of footfall, even if you look at a smaller number, any 50% of that number, even if you look at 5,000 revenue on a daily basis, it works out about 1.5 lakh. So if you remove all the expenses, even if you remove a bigger portion of 50,000 as the overall expenses, so 1 lakh would be a net income of the franchisee. Right. So that's good.
Rajshekhar, can you also maybe elaborate a little bit on the royalties which are charged? Because I believe we didn't see a mention of that in the presentation, and I see some of our viewers talking about the royalties. That a fixed amount or a percentage that is charged on the overall revenue?
Yeah, we want, for the first year, we want to actually fix it to a number. We are looking at about 2,000 as a royalty for the first year. The idea is we want to ensure that the franchisee becomes profitable first. Only then it makes sense for them also to willingly, come forward and, pay up the royalty part. So the first year we are looking at having only 2,000 as a fixed royalty on a month-on-month basis. From second year onwards, we can always look at giving a discount, and we can always work it out, negotiate, and then we can get it at a number lower than that.
I think you also mentioned about the master franchise opportunity, and I see some inquiries coming out of India also. So Sri Lanka, I see one of the inquiries which have come in. One, will you be open for locations outside India? And second, is there a master franchisee proposition broadly, if you can explain? While I understand the opportunity in each state would be different, but if broadly you can explain, you know, what is the percentage sharing and typically what kind of investment would go from the master franchisee?
Yeah. We are currently open for the master franchisee format as well. We would like to go ahead and offer master franchises on a area specific, more broadly towards a district kind of a thing, per district kind of a thing, because that makes life easier with respect to demarcating the jurisdiction of each and every master franchise region. So we have, again, I cannot give you a single figure because one of size doesn't fit all. But we are looking at a master franchises starting from 20 lakhs upwards, depending on the area and the potential of that region where we are giving rights for a master franchisee. So that can always be worked on, and it is going to be area specific one. So we can always look at. We have worked out a few regions, more so in Andhra and Telangana, and then we have come out with a certain number for each district. If it is anything other than that, we can always sit with the prospective master franchisee and then work out a deal.
All right. I don't know if you have a handy picture of the outlet. I was trying to locate. I'm sorry, but I couldn't locate any of the pictures.
Picture we can show some outlet pictures would be very good because people can understand how it.
I already shared some of the outlet pictures.
Archana, if you can locate the pictures and just show it quickly.
This is a cafe model.
So it's a very interesting. Just to summarize, ये सिर्फ 5 से 5.5 लाख रुपए बनता है और 2,000 रुपए सिर्फ आपको मंथली रॉयल्टी देनी है और सारी सप्लाईज जो हैं वो कंपनी से आती हैं. सिस्टम बहुत स्टैंडर्डाइज कर दिया है, तो इट्स मच ईजियर फॉर पीपल टू रन एंड ऑपरेट अ बिजनेस लाइक दिस. So it's a very interesting model, very scalable. It also has a master franchise model in that. So if you want to take a master franchise, that's also available. And if you want to also take the high tea model along with it, that also is available. So it is a great combination. I would rather suggest that you should take more retail model. एक retail model बनाइए, साथ एक high tea का भी बनाइए. तो आप अगर जैसे पूना में है, तो आप दोनों मार्केट को एड्रेस कर सकते हैं. आप कॉर्पोरेट को भी ले सकते हैं, जो केटरिंग का बिजनेस है आपका, जो हाई टी है वो केटरिंग है, और आप रिटेल भी चला सकते हैं. तो इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड मॉडल एंड बहुत अच्छा पोजीशनिंग है, क्योंकि 5-6 लाख रुपए में आप अपना बिजनेस शुरू कर सकते हैं एंड बहुत कम फीस है. तभी हमने स्पेशल संडे को रखा है, क्योंकि बहुत सारी डिमांड जो आ रही है लोगों की, वो आ रही है इस तरह के बिजनेस लेने की. आज लोग बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा अपना नहीं लगाना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि एवरीबडी वांट्स टू सिट ऑन सम कैश रिजर्व्स, especially looking at the COVID situation. So and we are getting a lot of requests from people coming कि हमें 5 लाख में 7 लाख में कोई बिजनेस दिलाइए. तो ये बिजनेस तभी हम स्पेशल संडे को लेकर आए हैं देने के लिए, क्योंकि we have to address sometimes the demand of the audience also. Archana, you were able to locate the picture? Any last questions you want to take, because we already run out of 10 minutes.
I did have some questions, Rajshekhar. If you can also help, because a lot of markets would be new to you. What kind of support are you planning to give to the markets that you would want to enter? In fact, to the franchisee is one question that I want to pick up. And second is, what kind of ROI is expected? And also to add on, because, this is a very, it's a business which needs a lot of captive audience, which is high density areas like transportation hubs, government offices, and maybe IT parks and locations like these. But any guidance on the revenue that you want to give?
With respect to the first part of the question, we of course are looking towards partnering with interested people who want to take up master franchises, because any other geography other than Andhra, Telangana for that matter, where we have reached to from Hyderabad, anything other than Hyderabad or in the proximity of Hyderabad, it definitely requires a different kind of way of doing things. So we look at partnering with a master franchisee in order that he will become our partner with respect to setting up a local a warehouse for all our deliverables, all our consumables, and also be our one point contact with respect to that particular region to ensure that he offers the support to the franchisees, the unit franchisees, and also ensure that he becomes our point of contact with respect to the processes, with respect to ensuring that they adhere to all the norms and hygiene standards and quality aspects of it. With respect to the ROI, we have actually worked out a very simple and a very, just give me a moment, please. So that's precisely why we are looking at having a master franchisee in place so that he can help us out with respect to reaching out to people and ensuring that we become more, the franchisee becomes more profitable in essence. With respect to the ROA part, the first year, what we're looking at is about 143%, the model that the financial model that we have looked at. This again, we have gone with very conservative figures. Whatever the current experience that we have actually taken 50% of the numbers that we are currently experiencing. So we have gone our model based on that. So the first year ROI is looking at 143%. Again, as I was telling you, it's a very conservative number. And as you were rightly putting it, the ideal location for Shaileja outlet to be is where there's a lot of footfall, where educational institutions or any transport facilities like bus stands or railway stations and government offices and important market areas where there is a lot of footfall. The possibility of good footfall would ideally be a good location for anybody to start their outlet.
Sure. Great. I think that's very helpful. And also just to add on to that, while master franchise is an option and so is unit, but multi-unit franchising also in a format like this works very well for franchisees because the investment is less. And if you want to invest maybe an amount of even 20 to 30 odd lakhs, you can have all the good locations from emerging locations to the prime spots. And a lot of economies of scale can also come into play. So with 20 lakhs, I think your even risk is diversified. For reasons one location doesn't do well, you have 4 other spots which can contribute. So that's one way. Lot of
and especially say आप अगर एक छोटे सिटी से हैं, आप नेल्लोर से हैं, तो नेल्लोर के अंदर आपको 5 साइट्स ऐसी मिल जाएंगी जो बहुत इफेक्टिव होंगी, जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज हैं या बहुत ज़्यादा कोई वो है, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट है, बड़ा बस स्टैंड है या कोई ऐसी सिचुएशंस हैं, तो वहाँ पर आप 5 लोकेशंस को लेकर एक पूरा सिटी कर सकते हैं, सप्लाई चेन को मैनेज कर सकते हैं, मैन पावर को मैनेज कर सकते हैं. जैसे वीकडेज में ऑफिस ब्लॉक्स में ज़्यादा रश रहेगा, वीकेंड्स में जो जहाँ पर फैमिलीज ज़्यादा हैं या इस तरह की क्राउड है, या मार्केट्स हैं जो ट्रेडिशनल मार्केट्स होती हैं उनमें बहुत क्राउड रहता है. तो ये बहुत ध्यान रखना है, इसमें लोकेशन ऐसी ढूंढनी है जहाँ पर ऑटोमेटिक वो है. जैसे आज हर सिटी के अंदर बहुत स्पेशलिटी मार्केट्स होती हैं, मार्बल मार्केट हो गई, ये फर्नीचर मार्केट हो गई, ये उसकी मार्केट होती है. इनमें सब में ट्रेडर्स रोज आते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग, एक दिन में 10-10 हज़ार लोग एक इन मार्केट्स में आता है. इन मार्केट्स के अंदर आप ऐसी टी शॉप्स खोलते हैं तो एक तो रेगुलर कस्टमर बन जाता है, लोग शॉप्स पे भी मंगाते रहते हैं और आपका ये बिजनेस बहुत अच्छा चलता रहता है. सो राजशेखर, थैंक यू वेरी मच. आई थिंक वी हैव ऑलरेडी done 15 minutes over. If you want to say a few last words, what is your favorite tea out of the so many teas you've been doing? What is your favorite tea?
Always.
No, don't tell me your special blend.
Of course,
outside the blend.
Whatever that we do is again using a special blend of tea powder that we use. My personal favorite is adrak wali chai.
Adrak wali chai. Okay. And उसके साथ आप क्या खाते हैं? आपके पास तो बहुत सारी वैरायटी है खाने की. And what is the combination you would have?
Usmania biscuit, Usmania cookies with adrak wali chai is an ultimate combination.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong with these two combinations, and especially in Hyderabad.
Being in Hyderabadi myself, Usmania biscuit उसके अलावा तो काम नहीं बनेगा. बात नहीं बनेगी.
Sonia,
Thank
over to
you.
you. Thank you very much, Rajshekhar. You are doing a good work. Continue to keep the focus and keep doing good work. I think one day you will
Thank
be
you.
a big chain. Over to you, Sonia, for your last words.
Yeah, thank you, Rajshekhar. I feel the format, which is very important, smaller formats which are light on the initial investment, is a very big plus point. And second is the pricing. And especially for a format like this, people look at value pricing, which also increases a lot of repeat customer, where in high-end tea lounges or formats, typical repeat customer is about 3.8 times in a month. And a format like yours, your typical customer repeat who comes to the outlet is much higher, to even 18 to 20 times in a month. And consistency of offering and efficiency of operations is brought in by standardization that you worked. And I would also add that all these 3 outlets you perfected yourself and before you started to get into franchising. And if I can also request, if there's a day which can be fixed and you would like to maybe have one-on-one conversations with the people who have raised inquiries, because I'm writing on to fix up maybe a spot with you which can last for about 20 to 30 odd minutes, where you understand the qualifications of the people who have applied for, and we will take maybe the next 3 odd days to even profile and filter the people who have inquired so far.
Yeah.
So if a date which you think is convenient in the coming week, say in the three odd days, within 3 to 4 odd days, and we can bring all the investors.
Tuesday and Wednesdays are fine with me. Tuesday being 19th, 18th and 19th.
Okay, so I feel we can fix one. 18th is Tuesday and 19th is Wednesday. We can pick one of the days, or you want to split between the 2 days?
As you wish, as a situation demands.
Great. I think what we'll do is we'll take up some on 18th and we'll maybe filter, and we'll bring some of the inquiries on the 19th. So between Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll try and filter some of these inquiries tomorrow, and we'll prefix maybe a half an hour slot with the prospective business buyers on 18th, and the balance we'll bring on the 19th.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you,
Rashid.
Very much. And also for our audience, there is a big show which starts at 3 o'clock. So please have lunch. And there is a big show coming up at 3 o'clock to 3 to 5, where we have 10 different opportunities being presented. So please join us at 3 o'clock. If you need link, we can also send you the link. Over to you, Archana, for the final. Thank you, please.
Thank you so much, all the participants who have joined us today. Thank you, Raj sir, for joining us today. Thank you, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, as rightly said by Gaurav sir. We have big show coming up today. We'll definitely give you information about that. But before we give information, the recorded version of this particular webinar and rest of the webinar is available at the Facebook page of Franchisee Brands Limited. That's the site where you can go click on the video section and you'll get all the previously conducted webinars there. And you can also share your suggestions, inquiry request at the business hotline number, which is 97176-83838. Book your slots, share your profile for Discovery Day, which we have planned for 18th and 19th with Tea Kettle. You can also connect with Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs. Yes, enjoy your lunch. Come back, enjoy your evening tea and snacks with us for a lovely and informative session, which is coming today sharp at 3 o'clock, where we are presenting you top 10 business opportunities, and you can choose one among them or all of them with us. Tomorrow we are celebrating 91st edition of our business opportunity with Chai webinar series, and we have brand Programmic Plus coming to you. We have 3 team members of Programmic Plus talking to you digitally and promoting how they are the premium organic product brand and what business proposition they are offering to you. So please book your slot for Discovery Day with Tea Kettle on 18th and 19th. Book your slot for evening show, which starts sharp at 3 o'clock today. And also book your slot for tomorrow's webinar, which is scheduled for 12 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have your lunch. Come back, join us back at 3 o'clock. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat healthy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And drink healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks.